They're articular. What in tarnation? Hiya wins! And it's like, guys, we have to see them in person, but. She's been rolling around in a pile of mud with some piggies. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Cepi the Nomad here. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to like and subscribe. And I would really like if San Diego Comic-Con wasn't happening during the week when I have to work. This would be great weekend stuff for me. And so I can get the videos out quicker to you guys. But what we're gonna do today is we're just gonna talk about, now that we've gotten better looks at these figures actually in person, they are not promotional pictures. They're still gonna be probably prototypes and, you know, quote unquote promotional figures, but we can get a better look at these figures and what they're gonna look like in hand and in person. So on the left here, we have SH Monsterarts, on the right, we have Hiya. We're gonna look at the difference between their Godzilla Evolved and their SHIMO. First, their Godzilla Evolved. I think a couple of my verdicts, if you could say, are similar and some have changed. I still like the base paint of the Evolved Godzilla for SH Monsterarts, and I still think I like the color of the spines a little bit better, or rather the vibrancy of the dorsal plates a little bit better. But I can see what people are saying about the green here on SHMA. They kind of went a little heavy-handed with the dry brushing of this kind of like a certain type of runny mixed with chunky bodily fluid color on there. Yeah, they definitely need to chill out on that for sure. And I think I like the head sculpt less this time around. If you look at it here, there's something a little hey about him. The lower jaw is like a little too wide. And I think the eye looks pretty good though. That's not too bad. It looks like the neck articulation is going to be a little bit better than like on the 2019 version, and you know, all the iterations of that, quote unquote iterations of that up until this point. So that is good to see. But yeah, the head sculpt I'm a little less impressed with this go around. I still think, and I'll get this out of the way, I still think the articulation is going to be better on the SH Monsterarts. By how much? Who knows? Because it looks like Hiya is really doing some stuff with their articulation. Now that those things are kind of out of the way, let's take a look at the Hiya. And I just want to say this. Now that we have these pictures where we can get a better look of them not taken in some weird stylistic, you know, setting and lighting where it's just the figure against a bluish backdrop, I am leaning more towards the Hiya now. It's so hard to tell with promotional images, but now we've had more examples of these figures coming out and not really looking as weird as the promotional images do. They look better than the promotional images. Yeah, that is pretty dang good looking and a more accurate face sculpt. I think the face sculpt does look more accurate now that we actually see this figure in person. The proportions look similar. The legs do look even a little bulkier on the Hiya. Maybe not, maybe that was just the angle. But then if you look back at this, look at the tail. The tail looks like it can do some stuff now. And it could before too, don't get me wrong. On the pre-evolved version and on my GVK, which is like my favorite Godzilla figure from Hiya, the tail can do some stuff, but they definitely look like they're stepping up their articulation game a little bit more. I still would like to see a little more vibrancy to this, although granted, to be fair, this picture looks like it was taken by like an iPhone 15, and this picture looks like it was taken by an iPhone 5. And it's going through like a milkier glass or something. I don't know what's going on here, if it's just the lighting or what. But yeah, this looks good. And now we can even get a better look at kind of like this. I liked this on the SHMA, where you can kind of see the skin creeping up the dorsal plates. You can kind of get a better view of what that's going to look like on the Hiya here. This is pretty impressive. So this is an image from Gomaru Island, and then good old Kenny gave us this photo. He took this one. So that is a pretty nice picture, and that is a pretty good indication of what we are going to be getting. I am excited. And yeah, once again, all this green, like you guys have been saying in my comments, and like 50% of my freaking comments have been about it, all this green has got to go. I definitely don't love that. Here's an image we have of Godzilla Evolved next to the SHIMO, and I think it scales pretty well. And again, I do like the vibrancy of the dorsal spines. The green has got to go, and I wish the head sculpt was as accurate as Hiya is going to be. I think SHMA still has some things going for it, but yeah, again, we have to wait until the figure's in hand, because I'm going to say that and I'm still going to get a million freaking comments if Hiya wins. And it's like, guys, chill. We have to see them in person, but think Hiya's looking a little bit better right now. I think Hiya's looking a little bit better right now, guys. Oh, so this is Hiya on the left side. Someone photoshopped this together. I don't know if that's actually going to be in scale. It doesn't look like Hiya SHIMO is going to scale as well as SHMA SHIMO is going to scale with Godzilla, but yeah, that's also not completely accurate. I'm going to say, what do you guys think? But I know what you guys think already, and I think it's probably pretty accurate. I definitely think Hiya is looking a little bit better this go around, now that we can see it in person. Yeah, I wish we had some higher res photos, but that face is looking good. Now let's jump over to SHIMO, or as a lot of people refer to her as Shimu. I'm in a mood today, guys. Yeah. Yeah. All right, bye guys. Okay, just kidding, but seriously, this Skar King looks pretty cool, even though it's a punk. This is hard to compare. Shimo's obviously got like some sort of chip here. I don't know, in shipping, something happened and she's got a big chip in her spine, but that's not what the figure is gonna come like. So that we can just completely ignore that. One thing I wanna say, one little bit of scrutiny. This image looks a little milky or something still, but one thing I'm gonna say to get this out of the way, this looks fantastic. This looks better than this. I hope they ditch the kind of the heavy-handedness of the clay. I remember in my last video, I said I kind of like that you can see that in between the cracks. I don't love that you can see it all over like she's been rolling around in a pile of mud with some piggies. I don't love that, but it's forgivable. It's better than just stark white. The other thing too is, I don't know if it's just the images or what, but I hope these are more vibrant. I hope these, you know, it's kind of blasphemy to say, I hope these end up looking more like this color blue and purples, like that vibrancy. However, this looks so much better than this. What in tarnation? Now granted, I get it, we've talked about it. We don't got to go too far into detail on it. We already know. We already know the differences, the accuracies, the inaccuracies, but it is cool to kind of see these, what they're going to look like in person. This looks pretty much like all the promotional images. This does as well, minus the fact that it's a lot more muddy looking and her crystals are a lot less vibrant looking. I really hope they make them a little more vibrant, but yeah, just like the screen accuracy and the non-derpiness, like that looks real derpy. And then that looks normal. That's like how she appears in the movie. She kind of looks like she's got a little cold or something, so I kind of hope they chill on the muddiness of it and unchill on the vibrancy of it. But yeah, that's pretty hard to compare. I mean, that's a little better picture. That coloring looks a little better, although it does look doctored, even though this image is literally doctored because you can tell it was photoshopped into this one. But looks real good next to Godzilla Evolved. Yeah, that's just gonna kind of be a clear winner in my opinion on that one. Again, we have to wait until we see it. We have to wait until we see it in person. There could be something catastrophic with this one and something great about this one. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Also, guys, we got Zuko coming. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Let's keep it civil down there like always. But let me hear this. Instead of just which do you think is better, what particular feature do you like on the one that you like better? Like name something specific. Okay, you like the Hiya one better. What specifically? Okay, maybe you like the SHMA one better. What specifically? You guys are great. Let me hear it down there, and I will catch you on the next one. Back to One Piece.